Hi. So, you remember when I said that we were going to be taking a break? Or at least I was going to be going on a break, and, I released the three videos, and, normally after that, everybody's expecting, a hiatus or whatever, and then I just came out of nowhere with this, idea of breaking up the high school, series, the high school video into different series, and, yeah, well, here we are now. I felt like this is the perfect video to make, especially for this year, because I don't know about you, but I feel like in my case, this year was worse than last year for me. Specifically, because of the events that took place, and COVID was one thing. COVID definitely changed everybody's minds and everything. But this year was primary. Is I knew that after high school was going to be a whole new chapter, and I didn't think it was going to be it was going to be something definitely eye opening, but I didn't know how drastic the change was going to be. Specifically, before I went to college. And if you've seen the break video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we're not going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about the actual, I guess, what I've learned from this year, and what everybody else can learn if they decide to, if they end up hitting a point in life where they think that everybody's going to abandon them. So, let me just break it down for you, right? So this year started off with all right. I met some interesting people. Turns out that they only wanted specific things, and then I decided to the hell with them. Then I ended up making the videos, and actually before that, yeah, no, nothing happened really before that, but yeah, I ended up decided to change the channel direction, making those serious videos, which is almost unbelievable. It feels like I've been making those videos since last year, but no, I only started this year, and it blows my mind on how this year also went by fast, but also feels like it went by slow. Does that make sense? But yeah, after I made those videos, I had to take some long breaks to think about, basically my own personal life involving, what's happening to me really, because, I, going back to watch those videos and listening to what I said, it almost sounds like I'm listening to an entirely different person. And I know I've already kind of touched upon this, but the thing is, what I failed to realize within those events of, anything from 2019 to last year to this year, is that, there were lessons to be learned throughout those years. And specifically, when I have to rank the worst year of my life will always be grade 8. So 2000 and I don't know, but that's definitely my worst year. Second year is 2019, and this year is probably the third. Now, as to break this into BoJack seasons, uh, this year is only season 1, so not entirely bad. Season 2 is 2019, and I think everybody knows why. And season 3, or no, yeah, season 3 would be grade 8, as everybody knows, the ending of season 3. They know that, what I mean by that. So, anyways, I've learned throughout the, I guess, the stuff that's happened outside of the channel that I refuse, or that I might cover and add bits and pieces, but I don't actually talk about. I learned some incredible lessons, but the thing that people need to know is that because when you reach that point where you learn it, and you learn a valuable lesson, you learn what you did wrong, the outcome is you still have to live with the fact that you went wrong, and that you you messed up and you made that mistake. There's no second chances, and that's the thing. I used to start like I used to like question these people and not talk shit about them, but basically like question like, am I the bad guy here or are they the bad guy? The thing is, there is no bad guy. I did what I messed up. I made a mistake, and those people are trying to say that like, okay, here's your consequences for making that mistake. And whenever you go to if you even remotely try to make another mistake, you'll know that in your head that, okay, if this is what I did last time, I'm not going to do that again because it's gonna make my life miserable. And that's where we are now. I finally entered college. It's the most interesting way to, I guess, kind of get away from your past in a way, but there's also pieces that are there to remind you of where you went wrong. And to make sure put this into any clear detail is, in a show or even maybe of a movie where someone abandons another group and then they go to join another group and you're like, you're getting mad, or the person gets mad at them for like, oh, why'd you leave our group? And then there's like a blatant scene that basically kind of shows that there's still pieces from your group that are in this new group that person has found, and you can clearly see it that like, even though they left the group, there's still something there that reminds them of the previous group. And that's kind of how I see college right. The group that I wanted to be a part of in high school but never got to because of creative differences the group against the group that I entered now. There's still pieces and people that remind me of other people in that group. And the thing is, I'm happy now. I'm glad that I'm a part of this group, and I'm glad that the past is behind me. And I think that everybody should be trying to do the same instead of trying to hook up with your old ex, try to make things work. No, this is a perfect example of where you should be going in life. You should be going forward, not thinking about backwards or thinking about the past. That's all I wanted to say. Again, like I said before, when you hype up a video to be as big as Quiet Kid Quadrant Episode 2, you can kind of run into roadblocks, but I feel like this is the best example of more of a addressing the mistakes I made in the previous video than Quiet Kid Quadrant Episode 2. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This backdrop will probably not be available all the time, but if you like it, then I'll try to see if I can make it work for new videos. Peace.